Hi, welcome to Tikkun's Weekly Dava. This week's Torah portion is Terumah. Talks in essence about the building of the tabernacle, building of the kind of prefab temple in the desert. Starts off with the Jewish people coming forward to donate money to the temple. It's kind of the first fundraising drive in history maybe, and really set precedent for Jewish people in history. It's in our blood. Giving money, donating is in the blood of the Jewish nation. It's interesting though that the first kind of documented mass philanthropy in history was giving to a temple, not giving to the poor. Similarly, if you look at the way the rabbis prioritize charity, the thing that they put at the top of the scale of charity is education. More important to educate than to give to poor people. Now, it's kind of strange, you would think surely there's a person kind of dying on the street here, that needs food, surely that should be a priority over education, over teaching mathematics, how does that work? I think there's two answers to this question, and give you a simple answer first and then a little bit deeper. To me, the first answer is that kind of perspective that let's just kind of feed people on the streets is a little bit short term, and in my mind it's a little bit naive. There's the old phrases they say, you give a man a fish, you'll feed him for a day. You teach him how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. Education, that's what education is about. If you give a person a proper education as to how to have a career, you might not feed them straight away, but once you feed them, you will feed them for the rest of their lives. But more than that, education improves the world and as a whole. If you have some money you want to invest, let's say, in trying to help malaria in Africa, you've got two choices. You've got some doctors, you can send them out to Africa and start curing people with malaria. Or you can invest in an organization that is on the road to finding a cure for malaria. Now, they're not doing anything in Africa. They're all sitting in their nice offices in America, they don't even see a person in Africa in their whole lives. If they find the cure to malaria, you will save a lot more people in Africa than you will by just running out there and starting to help the people. When it comes to charity, when it comes to helping, when it comes to giving, we need to look a little bit beyond just what's immediately in front of us. We need to not just jump in and feel strongly about something. You need to kind of consider further how to genuinely help. That's only the first answer, though. The real answer is, in my mind, a little deeper than that even. And that is the education that the rabbis say really is the top priority in Judaism is Torah, is values, is teaching people values, not teaching them maths, not teaching them careers, teaching them values, teaching them priorities, teaching them to be better human beings. Why is that the top priority? Why is that the most important of all? Well, I'll give you a couple of thoughts on that. The first thing is that we have 6.5 billion people in our world. They say that, I don't know if this is true, but, America throws away enough food to feed the rest of the world. We have resources. If we were more caring and we were more giving, the world, we would be able to feed. If people were willing to make sacrifices, if people were genuinely willing to make sacrifices for others, if we were to educate people in that way, it's just that people aren't willing to do it. If we were to educate people in values, you have a much better chance of feeding the world. I'm just going to give you a practical sense of that. They did a survey in 2004, different countries in the world, how much they give to charity. The average German gave £70 to charity. The average person in the UK gave £150 to charity. The average person in America gave, believe it or not, £1,700 to charity, 10 times as much as the UK, and 20 times as much as Germany. I believe the fundamental difference between those countries is the education. America educates about charity. America values charity. It's a strong value in the United States, a stronger value than it is other places to give, and because that value is in there, people give a lot more. If you could do that same education in Germany, share that value, make people feel stronger, make people feel more committed to charity, do the maths for yourself. If Germans were to give 1,700 to charity, you would have an extra £100 billion a year of charitable money available. You can do a lot with £100 billion a year. You can do a great deal. You educate people in values. That is so much more charitable and such a deeper level of charity. And you will do so much more for the world than you will walking down the street, handing out food to the homeless. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that. I'm just saying, as priorities go in Judaism, you want to really make a difference. That's the way to really do it. You know, give a poor man a fish. You give him food for a day, for that day. Give him a rod, teach him to fish. You give him food for a lifetime. Invest in charity that educates in values. You have the potential to feed every single poor person in this world. Wish you Shabbat Shalom. If you're interested in finding more about Tikkun, please log on to our website, tikkun.co.uk. Thank you.